Tall 11, the Roy 5, the dust, and of these the Roy of another will be remembered, as the dust might be thought of, as the dust might be thought of. Tall 12, the Roy 6. Thank you, the viewer, for spending the time to listen, watch and or read this video. It is one of a library of notions. Please go to the playlist of the author's universe to see all of what there is available. But whatever you do, please press the like button and subscribe to be sure you don't miss the next installment. Tall 12, the Roy 6. Toxicity. As the Roy permeates into the toxicity of a notion greater than the school's current thoughts, millions of the Roy of another take a shoal who inadvertently enable many of the millions of the Roy who left the human, the honourable university of memorably experienced notions, to reach their next level of attainment further on. Toxicity. To reach ascension means being focused on the goal, and X marks the spot, and likely to be found in the midst of toxic remarks at Toxicity. But the X is not ascension, but it is the way towards it through the mess, the massive expanding spatial system. The code. All the Roy and the Roy capitalized are as a code, and the 300 million of them who left the human, the honourable university of memorably experienced notions, are each a code that must interact with some other code that will in turn create a notion of greater understanding. Remember the Roy 1, the sphere. Every world the Roy inhabits is a sphere more than it is a planet, and there is no place thought of where they do not exist, for the Roy are not a race of beings, but they are the race of ideas that inhabit them and everything else. Tall 12, the Roy 6. Sailors. The 300 million are like an armada of vessels, and the code is like the crew of each vessel, each in turn with their own race of ideas, but are led to a single purpose, to reach ascension. The X vessel. Among the crew of the armada is the X vessel, and the purpose of the armada is to ensure that the X vessel reaches the world known to them all as ascension. The Roy. The X vessel carries the Roy, who shall make intercession for all the Roy whose task it was to provide the ex-vessel safe passage. Unifying. On arrival at Ascension, the Roy presents the code that unifies all the Roy and the Roy capitalized, one being relevant and related to another. Service. As yet, though, the voyage is still in progress, and the Armada must serve the X. The author's universe it be defined. 1. The author's universe anew. 2. The author in reality. 3. Voice-sphere Alf Rend. 4. The XY and the XX brain. 5. A prayer to the author. 6. Interjection. 7. The Roy 1. Tall 8. Roy 2. Tall 9. The Roy 3. Tall 10. The Roy 4. Tall 11. The Roy 5.